Liv Morgan's injury will not impact Dominik Mysterio, says WWE veteran. Over the past year, WWE Raw has been teasing a complex on-screen romance between Dominik Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Their chemistry, dramatic confrontations, and backstage interactions have fueled speculation and captivated fans. However, Liv Morgan's recent injury may put that storyline on hold, or possibly even end altogether. During the June 16th episode of Monday Night Raw, Morgan suffered a significant injury while competing against Kairi Sane. The women's tag team champion dislocated her shoulder during the match and is expected to be sidelined for several months. As a result, her current feud, rumored to be building toward a major angle with Nikki Bella, has reportedly been scrapped. Morgan's sudden absence has raised questions about the future of her budding storyline with Dominik Mysterio. While the two have been shown in flirty segments and even appear to be forming an alliance of sorts, their pairing had yet to be fully fleshed out on screen. Vince Russo, former WWE head writer and current co-host of Writing with Russo on Sports Skeeter Wrestling, recently weighed in on the situation. In a conversation with Dr. Chris Featherstone, Russo was asked whether Morgan's injury could derail Mysterio's momentum or alter his storyline direction. His response was blunt and critical of WWE's creative approach to the pair. "Bro, is he factored into any of it now?" Russo said, "Like, really? He's really not. I mean, we guess him and Liv are like a thing, but they're both doing their own thing, man, so they've never really been factored in together." Russo's take suggests that WWE had not truly committed to developing a cohesive storyline between Morgan and Mysterio. Instead, their interactions were mostly used to stir speculation without laying any significant narrative foundation. In his view, Liv's injury will not drastically impact Mysterio's trajectory because their on-screen connection was never central to his role. Dominik Mysterio has remained busy in the singles division, particularly after a major career milestone earlier this year. At WrestleMania 41 on April 20th, Mysterio captured the Intercontinental Championship in a thrilling Fatal 4-Way match that also featured Braun Breaker, Chad Gable, and Ricochet. The win was seen as a defining moment in Mysterio's rise as a credible singles competitor, especially as part of the Judgment Day faction. With Liv Morgan out of action, Mysterio's focus has now fully shifted to his title defense. He is scheduled to put the Intercontinental Championship on the line against AJ Styles at WWE Night of Champions on June 28th. The match is expected to be a high-stakes contest, and the build-up has centered around Mysterio's efforts to prove himself against a seasoned veteran like Styles. Despite the potential drama and entertainment value of the Liv Dominik angle, Russo's commentary reflects a broader critique of WWE's storytelling approach. He implied that the company often hints at character relationships without following through in a meaningful way. In this case, Morgan and Mysterio's dynamic may have been little more than a fleeting tease rather than a planned long-term arc. Still, fans have begun to invest in the chemistry between the two. Their segments were among the most talked about moments on social media, and there was growing anticipation that the romance might lead to a power couple storyline or even a mixed tag feud. Morgan's injury, unfortunately, halts any such plans for the foreseeable future. As for Mysterio, his career continues to ascend. Holding the Intercontinental Championship marks a major step forward for the second-generation superstar. Whether WWE eventually revisits the Liv Morgan pairing once she recovers remains to be seen. Until then, Dominik will need to stand on his own, separate from any romantic angle, as he prepares for the biggest title defense of his career to date. In the unpredictable world of WWE, plans can shift in an instant. Liv Morgan's injury may have created a creative roadblock, but also opens new possibilities for both superstars. For now, Dominik Mysterio's path leads directly to AJ Styles and Night of Champions, where he hopes to solidify his legacy, romance or no romance. Vince Russo criticizes WWE's booking idea involving Liv Morgan's title reign. Former WWE head writer Vince Russo has expressed strong doubts about a rumored creative direction involving Liv Morgan's Women's Tag Team Championship storyline. Morgan, who has held the title alongside Raquel Rodriguez since the April 21st episode Raw, has recently been at the center of fan speculation due to her ongoing storyline involving the Judgment Day. Many fans have suggested that NXT star Roxanne Perez could temporarily step in as Rodriguez's tag team partner while Liv Morgan is off television. The theory is that this move could extend Rodriguez's presence in the division and keep the tag titles relevant, all while allowing Morgan time away from the ring, possibly to further sell an injury or develop her feud with the Judgment Day. However, Vince Russo isn't buying into the idea. Speaking on the Wrestling Outlaws, Russo voiced skepticism that WWE's current creative team could effectively carry a long-term storyline involving Perez and Rodriguez in Morgan's absence. The only problem is, bro, you're talking about Chris. They've got to string this out until she can come back, Russo said. Bro, how are they ever going to be capable of doing that, man? Russo's concern centers around WWE's track record with long-term storytelling, particularly in the women's division. He fears that inserting Perez into the equation might lead to a disjointed and inconsistent narrative if the writers fail to maintain momentum or cohesion. According to Russo, unless there's a well-planned structure behind such a move, it could backfire and hurt all involved, especially Morgan, who has seen a recent resurgence in popularity due to her heel turn and controversial alignment with Dominik Mysterio. On the same show, Russo also pointed out a major mistake that WWE could make in the coming weeks, taking the spotlight away from Liv Morgan just as her character is heating up. With her storyline connections to the Judgment Day and her Women's World Championship reign garnering strong fan reactions, Russo warned that any attempt to sideline her, creatively or physically, could undo months of momentum. If they're thinking of phasing Liv out of the picture even temporarily, it could be a huge mistake, Russo warned. She's finally found her lane. The fans are talking about her, whether they love her or hate her. Now is not the time to get cute with replacements and detours. Liv Morgan has been one of the most talked about women in WWE in recent months, particularly due to her increasingly complex involvement with members of the Judgment Day. Her character's unpredictable behavior and calculated mind games have kept viewers invested, and many believe she could be on her way to becoming one of the top female stars in the company. Replacing her, even temporarily, could present serious risks, especially if the replacement storyline fails to generate similar buzz or drama. While WWE has yet to officially announce any changes to Morgan and Rodriguez's title reign, the growing speculation around Perez's involvement continues to stir debate. For Russo, however, the priority should be maintaining Morgan's momentum, not undermining it with a patchwork narrative. The growing speculation around Perez's involvement continues to stir debate. For Russo, however, the priority should be maintaining Morgan's momentum, not undermining it with a patchwork narrative.
If you love your father, then subscribe the channel, and those who love me show your love by liking and subscribing.